Welcome to Wild Breakaway with Tom Chorski. I'm Audra Martin. The Minnesota Wild held the Arizona Coyotes to just one shot in the second period here tonight. The Wild themselves had 2 goals. You don't see that happen very often, but clearly in the third period, the Coyotes came out on a mission. It was all Arizona in the final frame, and they end up coming from behind to take down the Wild 4-3 in St. Paul.
Yeah, it was a game, a little bit of some perfect stormish like situations where they went down by 1, but they answered before the end of the first period. They had tied it up with a great play from Mikko Koivu and Charlie Coyle, and it looks like that line is clicking. They end up taking the lead in the second period, a power play goal, a little bit of a fluky one, but Zach Parise scores, and then Jason Zucker scores on an impressive neutral zone regroup and attack, and he snipes one, high over the shoulder of the goaltender, and it just looks and feels like this team is going so strong. We were trying to, kind of summarize it ourselves, and between, shots on goal and time of possession and offensive zone possession, but we couldn't quite get a real solid feeling on that the Wild were, had this game in hand, then they didn't. It slipped away.
Absolutely. Here's a look at tonight's final stats. The Coyotes get 4 goals on just 14 shots on net. Bruce Boudreau after the game saying he was not going to pull Devan Dubnyk. He was finishing this one out no matter what the circumstances. The Wild do strike on the power play against the top penalty kill in the league, so if you want a silver lining, that would be one of them here tonight. But overall, it looks like the Minnesota Wild may have been thinking this was going to be an easy win, and it certainly was not.
Well, it might have probably got them into overconfidence, if anything, saying this is going to be a 6-1 game. Here's a young goalie that's never played before or played one period before and coming in, and we've got a 3-1 lead. We're just going to take this, and it's the NHL, and you can't sit back, and you can't play like that, or you're going to get beat every single time.
So here's a look at what's next for the Wild. They will hit the road to take on the Columbus Blue Jackets on Thursday, and hopefully Devan Dubnyk forgets about this one. Hopefully the team forgets about this one quickly, because that's a good opponent for them. 5th best offense in the NHL, so that's going to be a good challenge. Hopefully the Wild can rebound quickly.
Well, they're going to have to. This is a team that's playing very well. The Columbus Blue Jackets, Coach Tortorella has them, always working hard, always competing, and they do have players that have both skill and grit, and they get good goaltending, good defense. It's a well-rounded, well-equipped team, and they're going well right now. So never that there's an easy night in the NHL, and the Minnesota Wild will have the opportunity to bounce back from this really disappointing evening that they ended up with. So I don't think it really matters who they play. They're going to have to come ready to play a much stronger, complete game than they did tonight.
That is for sure. We'll see if they can do just that on Thursday night. We hope you'll join us for Wild Live right here on Fox Sports North. In the meantime, for Tom Chorski, I'm Audra Martin. Thanks for joining us on Wild Breakaway.